So I need to clear up a big misconception from the video that I made about cults. In that video, I used music that was really scary and ominous, and it made cults look like super scary groups. But in reality, when you study cults, you'll see that from the outside, they look like some of the happiest people in the world.
It's just gonna be awesome. You leave this world behind. You're gonna come home where you were meant to be.
Yeah.
She told me one time that she thought I was brainwashed. And I thought, yeah, I am brainwashed. Michael has washed my brain of all my own corrupt thoughts.
See, people outside say, well, you know, it's fine if you're an adult and you join a group like this because that's a choice you make. But when children are born into groups like this, they say, well, these children have not really made a choice about it. They've been born into it. And that this is the world that they know.
They're laughing at you because they know very well they made a choice.
Members who are born into these belief systems believe that life is exactly as they've been told, and that there's no option to believe any other way. Beliefs are planted without your awareness. You won't see signs of distress on the outside because mental and emotional suffering can't be seen from the outside. And with cults, this is compounded by the fact that members have been taught to keep quiet about any complaints. People who talk badly about a teaching or a rule or think it's okay to not follow the rules are made fun of, put in a bad light, and reprimanded for not being faithful.
Or others say it doesn't look good if you're criticizing the leadership.
Everyone knows that the rules are to be accepted as truth. There's no wiggle room for opinion when you believe that doctrines are given by God Himself.
The faith is based on believing in a set of doctrines that the Lord handed over to the apostles.
If you can get someone to believe that you are speaking for God, there's no room for argument. People will be willing to sacrifice at the highest level of human life. Check out this interview with Jehovah's Witness parents who believe that God does not want them to give blood transfusions.
And the doctor looked me straight in the eye and said, Mr. and Mrs. Blizzard, you have to make a decision, yes or no, whether your child lives or dies. I remember going over to the bed, and she had these cords and wires keeping her alive, life support systems, and holding this limp child that was our only daughter. And
We just had a real distinct impression that we were supposed to obey God's law and go by what we had always been taught, and that we were to let our daughter die. So we just called the doctors back in and told them that we had just had to let her die, that we had to obey God's law.
If you get someone to believe that you are speaking for God, people will be willing to give up their own life or the life of their child. That is a power unmatched by anything else in this world. This makes spiritual manipulation the most silent, dangerous abuse of all.